here, me over here in fucking Birmingham, Alabama. Shout out to the B-ham, you know what I'm saying? And all the little suburbs around here and shit like that, like Hoover and Trustville, you know what I mean? Real nice places to kick it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, over here in front of a fucking gas station, man. You know, I thought I'd just kick this shit because, you know, I got a guilty conscience because I turned into Grady instead of Shady. Working construction through the loss of my lady. Still can't work out while my dreams are fading. As the stark reality becomes clearer, and I'm less happy than Hogan driving Stark to a meeting at Searchlight Pictures for a seat at the table for contract renegotiating. Forget a seat, no place I least ever knew. Furnishings on carpet I did all my invocations. Salt and all, brain felt like hand sanitizer on my balls when I was running off the wall, realizing I had no control at all over anything I thought I owned. Dreadlock Rasta, not even I had to hold. Unlike bedwench cowgirls that been sold, they sold Daphne. You should fear, I am near. Daphne, you should fear, I am near. Daphne, you should fear, I am near. Daphne, you should fear, I am near. Daphne. Nationality of the masters, though I keep a red band as I draw enough energy to compose a Kaioken in each hand, just to put it in my thumbs as I type, killing all hype, put it down like Whitney should have did with the pipe on that fateful Grammy weekend. Traveled all over the states and haven't found one soul to befriend. Guess my tribe isn't here, probably on a different dimensional tier that I could reach if I stopped sipping Seagrams. Fuck beer, too much sugar in there and ain't none in my tank, but I could go for some more dough in my bake over there in West End. Now, how did I hide my bread in those West Virginia mountains if I'm coming from the southwest end of the states? Certain things you might not want to know, like the pH balance of your bottled water compared to the bodies of agua comprising the Great Lakes. All that blood, perfect to suck for the politicians that I dug. Daphne, you should fear, I am near. 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 In my bloodline, they walk here. spEarz2DaStreetz takes on SmackDown, 26th of March, 2K25. As soon as Kate and Carter and Katana Chance got action figures, it's like their entire momentum just stopped. Not nearly a year after, SmackDown decided to bring them out the women's locker room and have Carter perform the old Jamaican stereotype of working multiple jobs at once as if she had the arms of Khali, because certainly Chance was barely doing anything for her team in their corner. Carter got off a leg drop after a cradle roll-up for a 2 count that nearly put out Alba Fire early in the match, but some confusion amongst the secret Hervers saw Niven with the cannonball missing Carter and putting her own partner out of commission. This tag matchup was a marathon, not a sprint. And if Carter would have known that, she probably wouldn't have went for a fireman's carry on Piper directly into a Tower of Doom with Chance for a pin attempt. That tandem of moves, plus constantly launching Chance at their opponents, noticeably fatigued Carter. So when Niven finally came with the one-arm piledriver, the workhorse of this match couldn't kick out. Then Zelina Vega came through and got stomped out because apparently the WWE Universe needs more portions of the African diaspora to have their ass kicked by the Hervers. Since their NXT days, I've been said that Carter and Chance need to separate. This match adds more proof to my claim. They've already had multiple tag matches, and it's inexcusable for Chance to rely on Carter this much or have as much ring rust as she has when she was the one who's been competing in singles as enhancement talent sparingly over the past year. She's the one who got the name changed for a potential big push, not Carter. Should cunts come, and they always do, Carter can be found on the indies online and can bounce back there. I can't say the same of Katana. I would vie for WWE to just jump the gun and put b-fab in a team of Carter, since Carter is still carrying the weight in tag team competition like a coach, but b-fab is already down with Mitchin. I'm cool with that. An FBA team, one Afro-Korean, the other ethnically ambiguous. That's enticing. SmackDown decided to cash in on that concept with b-fab playing valet to Mitchin once more this week as she went to lock up with the WWE Championship's #1 contender, Charlotte Flair. Problem: Naomi decided to cut a promo, cementing her feet into her heel turn, claiming that she inspired Bianca Belair and that she was a third wheel in their faction when Jade and Belair were tag champs. Diluted history, topped with a thrown together vignette. The promo wasn't necessary with all the heel work Naomi's been putting in since Elimination Chamber, especially because the vignette actually revealed how little history Naomi and Belair have together since they started teaming up last year. Then, to put an exclamation mark on the promo, Naomi assaults b-fab and Mitch as Mitch enters the ring against Flair. I enjoyed every second of Naomi stretching b-fab out on that table. That leotard Fab had on couldn't sparkle any brighter. But the Baddies WWE edition brawl took a pause once Jade Cargill came stomping through looking like an oiled-up palette swap for the Bride and Kill Bill, completely jacking Naomi's swagger with the caution tape that she even wove into her heel turn promo. Now Naomi is going to have to find a new outfit, a new gimmick, and some guts. Because as soon as Cargill stepped in to defend b-fab and Mitch, Naomi stepped off, lost in the crowd. Not exactly the best way to solidify a brand new badass character. Flair and Mitch finally got underway, and Mitch got the crowd behind her with various flying toe hold kicks. Flair chops made things look one-sided, but Mitch ate those up to lure Flair to hang into the ropes after a big miss with her big boot. Sadly, though, Mitch lost control and crashed one of her knees into the steel steps. On her way back into the ring to regroup, Flair took out the other knee with a clubbing blow to the back of it, setting up for the figure four that closed out the SD festivities for the week. Mitch's underdog fight was admirable, but adds to a litany of losses she has suffered during her time in the WWE promotion, especially in contrast with everywhere else she's racked up accolades. Over at Saturday Night's Main Event 37, WWE Creative should have threw the US title to Mitch. What screams USA more than a Korean FBA? Instead, Triple H threw it to some goofy Canadian and the title has been in the toilet since. Flair is on her already locked-in road to WrestleMania, but can't help but shake some ring rust off by using Mitch as enhancement talent. The woman has went through 2 name changes, fired, rehired, and is now coaching a bona fide star in b-fab, but is still getting buried. It's about time WWE put down the beef with Mitch and break some Korean barbecue with the broad. VV.
This is spEarz to the streets. Get down to the beat. Or get beat down in the street. Sing it with me now. S-P-E-A-R-Z. Coming at you like an R-me. Ready for war like in the 90s. Back when Raw was going at it with Nitro. Around the time Naughty by Nature dropped Filmy Flow. Out here for the culture, but I'll take the dough. If that's what it takes to make a king of the ring. William Regal. By the way, does it? Real hot taste, no censorship. For anything you're in the right place. Listeners, I take the time to dissect the best of what created. Put it out today from the waist. Coming at you live from a location unknown. Recording reviews off the cellular phone. With the show known for going off the hinges, but never hearing the dial tone. Far away from an F5 zone. On BDP, we ain't fearing no beast. This is spEarz2DaStreetz, your host of the show. spEarz to the streets. Host of the show. Your host of the show. This is spEarz2DaStreetz. This is fearing no beast. This is spEarz2DaStreetz. This is your host of the show. spEarz to the streets.